Greetings, surface dwellers of the internet. I am the Cybermole. And February has ended here on the farm. Now for us here on the farm, February was a bit of a mix, especially for me, because I'm going to break this video down into 3 bits. The first bit, farm progress. The second bit, acknowledge of a failure concerning the channel. And the third bit, I'm going to rant about the weather. So, item the first, farm update. January, I mentioned that we were revisiting a portion of the orchard that I had begun clearing out before the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown. Well, stumps were left behind, and the hope was to finish removing all of those stumps by the end of February. Problem: plants had started growing back, hiding all of those stumps. Most commonly, the plant that had grown back was this wonderful plant. It actually is kind of decent. We call it mountain lilac. Other names for it are California lilac, soapbush, buckbrush, or double check my Latin here, Ceanothus. Ceanothus? Ceanothus. It is a native plant to California and North America in general, and it's in the way. If we had tried bulldozing these stumps up with the mountain lilac in the way, we would have just been slipping and sliding and not finding the stumps. So we've had to cut them out, dig them out, pull them up in order to find the stumps that we were hoping to avoid from being knives that gouge out the underbelly of the tractor again. So that was our February. Just trimming and trimming and trimming and finding fresh knives and trimming and trimming and trimming and creating burn piles and trimming and trimming and trimming. Now, to acknowledge the channel failure, I kind of abandoned recording gameplay, period, here in February, because I got myself, or rather, I allowed myself to be suckered into Vintage Story. It's another video game, and I've been playing that instead of recording, and that's on me. I acknowledge it. I've got some ideas on how to rectify my new, fresh obsession. And I must also acknowledge that at the end of last month, I hinted at a puppet. Well, at the time of recording this voiceover, my puppet is incomplete. Good news, though, I learned why it was incomplete. There were issues with the software that I'm using that caused it to panic and ignore certain art assets. So I was able to overcome those difficulties. I found workarounds, and hopefully after when I'm done editing this video, I'm going to work on that puppet. And now, our weather. Weather. Ugh. If you ever come across any farmer and they tell you global warming is not real, please kick them in the shins. If you ever come across a farmer that says climate change is a Chinese hoax, kick them twice in the shins. What you're looking at here is an oak. Regular, boring old black oak. Native of California. And you know what this thing is doing? Producing leaves. Producing leaves in the middle of February. We should not be seeing this until mid to late March, not before Valentine's Day. Do you know why? Because this is why. Snow. We had snow, finally. Late. Snow came late. It's supposed to end up late January, not late February. And we did not get enough snow. We need more. Yeah, sure, fine. Sweeping off the solar panels was, of course, obnoxious, dangerous, so on. Yeah, fine, whatever. But we need more. More snow. More snow. Just give me more snow. Alright? Why does New York get the blizzard? I want the blizzard. Please. Let me have snow. We need the melt. We need the groundwater. We need... I've got a few stray fruit trees floating around the orchard. One cherry, one apple. And something that these trees need to produce fruit is something called vernalization. They need to freeze. They need extended time at a certain below a certain temperature. Guess what we are not getting with climate change and global warming? Vernalization of our fruit trees. So yeah, there's gonna be food scarcity with this climate change. Ugh. Now that I have that off my chest, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, activate notifications, because I really need it, and I need it because I'm looking forward to March, and March, due to some behind-the-scenes family concerns, is not going to be a fun start month-wise. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for watching.